Hi, I'm Amanda, a naturopath and a physical therapist, and I specialize in Pilates for both fitness and for rehabilitation. So I'm really excited about today's workout. I've got something kind of unique for you. We're gonna do a workout completely seated. So you can do this in a sturdy chair or a stool. I've got a little bench back there if you can see it that I'll be demonstrating everything on. So ideally, we want you to be in something that is supportive, that is still comfortable for you, but that when you sit, your hips are slightly higher than the level of your knees. So avoid anything that's super cushioned, where you sit down, you're gonna sink and round into a posterior pelvic tilt. We don't want your knees sticking up in the air and your tush way down into a cushion. So something comfortable, but still really supportive, where you can have a seat and then have your hips slightly higher than the level of your knees. So besides that, the only other optional prop that you may wanna grab is a pillow or a small cushion. And again, it's optional. When we get to that part of the routine, I will show you a way to use the pillow and then how to perform the exercise without it. So this workout would be great for somebody who is healing from a lower leg injury. It would be great for somebody who's a bit older. It would be great for somebody who is just feeling like doing a seated workout, who's feeling a little lazy and tired. I know sometimes at the end of the day, I haven't gotten my exercise in. All I want to do is sit on the couch and watch TV. And I convince myself, okay, you can watch your TV. If you grab some weights, you can do some sets during the commercials or stretch during the show, whatever. As long as you get a little bit of activity in, your body doesn't care how you get that activity in. It's just going to appreciate you doing it. Also, if you are a bit more advanced and you want to make these exercises harder, and they'll definitely be harder this way, you could do this seated on a physioball, like a giant exercise ball, a yoga ball, something of that nature, or even take like a BOSU, where it's kind of like a half ball, okay, with a sturdy bottom, a level bottom. You could put something like that on a bench or a stool or a chair, and you could perform it, the routine on that, where it's a bit of an unstable surface, not as unstable as an exercise ball, but it would be a good intermediate way to challenge you. So go ahead, get your setup ready, grab your chair, your bench, your stool, whatever you've got, a cushion if you have one handy, bottle of water in case you get thirsty, and I will see you in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. I'm gonna have you begin seated, of course, we're gonna be seated the whole time, nice and comfortable, and I want you to scoot forward on the edge of your surface. So you want to feel supported, not like you're going to fall off of your chair, but you want to be kind of on the edge here. That's going to give us a little bit more mobility as we begin to warm up and stretch. So feet are planted hip distance apart, and walk them out away from you so your legs are forming like a 90-degree angle, approximately, okay? We're going to start with a cat-cow exercise, hands on top of the thighs, and as you breathe in, you're going to start to press the chest forward, back bend, maybe gazing up if it feels okay on the neck. Let's keep everything really comfortable and pain-free. And just pause here. You can even think about the energetic heart, which is right here in the center by your sternum, starting to reach up to the sky, or like you're trying to receive some sunlight coming down on you. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to start to round and contract. And as you do this, make sure you draw the tummy in. You can let the hands slide forward as they naturally do. And you're going to start to tuck and contract. Let's draw the shoulders down away from the ears and just pause here, breathing in and out while you keep the tummy active. Now we're going to begin to flow with the breath. So nice and fluid, inhaling, starting to back bend, keeping it comfortable on your neck, drawing the belly in, and then exhale to round and release. We're going to take our inhale through the nose. And we're going to take our exhale out through the nose or the mouth. It's your choice, whatever feels more natural and comfortable with you. We're going to try a couple more of these, and again, you are just riding the wave of your breath. Make this feel really wonderful inside your body. Start to wake up the muscles, release some tension, get the joints moving. So one more time, inhaling, arching the spine, lifting up, receiving that beautiful sunshine, and exhale, curve and round and release. From here, we're going to find our neutral pelvic alignment. So we're stacking up with the best posture that we possibly can. And we're gonna inhale the arms overhead. So as you do this, draw the shoulders down and keep the ribs drawing in together. Perhaps you can look up, it's okay if you don't. And then exhale, release the arms. So again, we're gonna inhale overhead, make a little bit of a back bend as long as that feels good to you, gazing up if you're able to. Maybe the hands come all the way together, maybe they don't. Exhale, release out. A few more, nice and energizing. Start to get the arms and the breath moving, get the blood pumping. Exhale it out, that's it. 2 more times. And breathe out. Last one. Inhale, really stretch and reach. Make this your biggest one yet. Exhale, coming down and relax. Okay, we're gonna take the head and start to warm up the neck. So I'm gonna have you look as far to the right as you can. And as you do that, you're keeping your opposite shoulder open. It's not allowed to come with you. We're not curling the chest. We're keeping it open and wide. And just hold and breathe. With an inhale, come back through center, and then we're gonna look the other way. So to your left, over that left shoulder. And again, keep pressing the right shoulder and chest open. And start to move with your breath. Inhale through center, exhale looking to the right. Inhale back through center, exhale to the left. So move at a pace that feels comfortable for you. We don't want to take it so quickly that you feel like you're getting a little bit of dizziness. This will be our last one. Inhale to center, exhale looking over to the left. We'll bring the head back to center. We're going to take the right ear and drop it down to the right shoulder. And you should feel some nice opening down through the neck, maybe even over the top of the shoulder or down the arm if you have a lot of tightness there. So because we're lengthening and releasing these muscles, we don't want to immediately contract them and lift the head back up. We're going to circle it down and around. Use an exhale to make a half circle so that your left ear comes over your left shoulder, and pause and breathe. So again, you can keep a little bit of tension and activation through the belly muscles, but otherwise we're just stretching. We're warming up, relax here, and now we're going to flow with the breath. So take an inhale here, exhale to circle. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to circle. Inhale to stretch. We're going to go each way one more time. Find that stretch on your inhalation. Exhale, circle. So this is our last stretch. Inhale into it, and now circle just down to center. So right down into the middle, and then lift up from here. Really nice job. So now, to release and warm up the shoulders, I want you to inhale and shrug them up as high as you can, like an I don't know motion. And then exhale, drop. Just let them release. Okay, so we inhale them up, creating some tension here. Really squeeze it up. And exhale, let it go. And one more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop. Now, big shoulder circles backwards. Just start to really start to lubricate those shoulder joints. Up and around. We have 2 more. And breathe in naturally here. And we're going to reverse that. Let's circle forward. Up and around. Might feel a little awkward. That's okay. Go ahead, warm up those shoulders. Now, settle in, find that good posture. Weight even on the sit bones, tummy drawn in, so you're gently pulling the navel into the spine. Taking an inhale here, we're gonna start to twist to the right. So you'll bring your left hand either palm facing into the outside of your thigh or the back of the palm. You're gonna inhale tall and then exhale, begin to twist. Start to look over the shoulder. Perhaps your other hand can walk around and grab the back of your chair or the side. We're gonna stay here. So as you inhale, try to grow a little bit taller, tiny, tiny waist. Exhale, start to twist, stretch, reach around a little further. One more breath here. Inhale up. Exhale to twist and slowly unwind. If that was a big twist, take your time coming back and around. So we inhale nice and tall to center, and exhale, begin to twist to the left. And again, you can have palm facing in or the back of the hand. And then we're gonna stay and work with the twist and breath. Inhaling up taller, exhale, maintain that height and twist a little bit further. One more breath here. Inhale up, exhale around. And then slowly unwind. Now we're gonna come into some side bends, and we are gonna stretch, but I also want you to use these side muscles, our obliques. We've got our inner and outer obliques. We're gonna use those muscles and start to strengthen a little bit here as well. So we'll start to tip to your right, and you can keep the arms relaxed. You can bring the arm up overhead for a little bit deeper stretch. This arm can, so your right arm can stay hanging down, it can come to your hip, you can come to the chair to support you, but we want to keep your left sit bone anchored down and just reach up and stretch, stretch, stretch. Now, take your ribs of this open stretched side of your left side and inhale them into the left hip. So we use that side body to pull you up. And we're going to go the other way. So we'll come over again. Maybe just coming into a little bit of a side bend is enough for you. Maybe you want to bring a hand to the hip. Perhaps you can come up and over. Your left hand can stay hanging. It can prop up. You can come to your hip. Find what feels good to you. And then we're going to use this right side to draw you back up. We're going to inhale and pull all the way up. And now flowing with the breath, we're going to exhale over, reaching out across the room. Inhale, use the top side to pull you up. We are not worried about just going down to the floor. We want to get across the room, so we're reaching long through both sides of the body. And exhale, reach. Inhale, coming up, just flowing with the breath. Again, make this feel really good for you. We've got 4 more. And stretching, reaching. Get longer, and pull from the side body back up. And keep going. Exhale. Good. You can start to release the head and open up the neck a little bit further here as well. And last time, exhale, reach it out. Inhale, coming up and settle in. Good. Everything should be feeling nice and warm and open. And we're going to begin a little bit more core strengthening. So, as strange as this sounds, bear with me. I want you to start to lift. Let's start on your right heel. Lift your heel from your stomach, okay? So if we are just lifting heels like this, like we're pushing with our legs, unless you have a leg injury, it's gonna be no work for you. We don't want no work, okay? We don't want that. We wanna make good use of our time here and get a workout. So from the stomach, you're gonna start to draw the right heel up and then set it down with control. And from the stomach, start to draw the left heel up and start to release it. And alternating nice and slowly and releasing. Inhale the heel up. Exhale, settle down. As you're doing this, particularly if you're barefoot or in socks, you can think about beginning to roll through the foot. It's like you're peeling the heel up and then like candle wax melting and articulating through the foot joints. So this can be really, really healthy for all of the little foot joints, toes, ankles, good. But remember, we're doing this from the tummy. And I don't care how strong you are through your core, no matter how strong you are, you should still be able to feel this. I can feel this from my core. And if you're not feeling it very strongly in the core, that's okay. Keep working with this. This concept can be a little bit difficult to master, but you'll get it. So we have 1 more. Lifting that left heel up and set it down. Okay, if that was a lot of work for you, then just repeat another set. If you're ready to advance that, we're gonna begin to march the legs. But again, if we march by pushing with the legs, it's not gonna be any work for you, okay? We wanna keep the pelvis really, really still, keep that beautiful posture, and then inhale, start to march your right leg up, and exhale, set it down from the tummy. So remember, it's these deep belly muscles. It's like the lap belt of your seat belt coming across you. That's where I want you to feel this. You're gonna draw the belly in and lift up. We're not allowed to round and change our position. We're gonna stay almost statuesque through the upper body here and through the torso and setting down. Keep going. So inhaling, lifting up. And again, if you're on a BOSU or if you're on a big exercise ball, this becomes really, really challenging. And just be careful. Good. We have 4 more. Inhaling up. Exhale, set it down. You will probably feel this in the front of the hip and your hip flexors as well. And that's okay. Those muscles are working, but we don't want them to dominate. We want to feel that core. So it's okay if you feel the leg, but it should not be overpowering the tummy work. Fantastic. Relax. Good. Let's actually do a cat-cow here. So we're going to inhale and stretch up. And then exhale, round it out and release. It should feel really, really good after holding that beautiful posture. One more time, inhale it up. Gazing up if it feels appropriate for you, and exhale, curl and round. And then we're gonna stack back up. Okay, so we're gonna go into the 100 as a seated version, okay? You can do this with a heel lift, or you can do it by holding the leg up from the belly. All right, whatever version felt like a good, comfortable challenge for you, I would start with that. You can always change it, okay? The arms are gonna be pumping, so palms facing down. They're gonna be pumping like you're slapping the top of a pool and making splashes, all right? So we're gonna be breathing on the downbeat and counting, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, while holding our leg from the stomach. If the arms are lower, it's gonna be a little bit easier on the upper body and core. If they come up higher, it's going to be a little bit harder. Please don't come up higher than horizontal. All right, we don't need to be up here. We're going to start drawing in some other things. Okay, we're going to keep this nice and tight. So when you're ready, either the right heel comes up or take the leg up from the belly, and we're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. Nice strong arms, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep reaching through that crown of the head for the good posture. And 2 more breaths, in and out. Last time. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax, lower down from the tummy, and we're switching sides. Lift up the heel or the leg, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. And in, and out. In through the nose, out through nose or mouth. Last 2. Last breath. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Nice job, okay? We're gonna walk the feet slightly closer into the body. So my heels are now behind my knees. If you look down, you should have your heels behind your knees. We're gonna come forward, fingers facing in, and apply some pressure down onto the legs. As I do this, I am not gonna hunch back, okay? I'm gonna come forward like a long diagonal, tummy lifted, length through my spine. As I press down through my legs, I'm gonna begin to slowly roll up and lift my heels as I breathe out, and I'm gonna melt down as I breathe in. So we're giving ourselves a little bit of resistance here. So we have a weighted heel raise, okay? We're working through the calves. Exhale, peeling up. Inhale, melt it down. Keep going. As you press down more or lean more of your body weight into it, you're gonna feel the work a little bit more. So go ahead and find an appropriate level of resistance for you. We have 5 more repetitions, exhaling up. Inhale, melt it down. Good, we've got the chin drawn in so that the neck is in line with the spine. The shoulders are pulling down away from the ears. Tummy's pulling into the back. 1 more, and then we're gonna change this up. So we're gonna add in some toe taps. We're gonna start with a heel raise, just like we were doing, and then 2 toe taps. Tap, tap, heel raise, and toe tap, tap, tap. Good, so now we're gonna start to work the muscles along the shin and tops of the feet as well. We get into the anterior tibialis. That one tends to have a play and shin splints and things like that. So we want to keep them nice and healthy and strong. We don't often move in this toe tap pattern we don't do it very frequently. So it is good to work that. We're going to try a few more. Heels come up and tap twice. And again, up and tap. Last time. Heels up and tap. Good job. Go ahead and sit up. You can, if you were putting a lot of pressure through like me, go ahead and circle out your wrist and get comfortable again. We're gonna work on strengthening the muscles on the top of the thigh here, so your quadriceps muscles. And you'll get a little bit of hip flexor too. So you have some options with this. We'll start on your right leg. You can either pick up and hold and support yourself underneath your thigh, or for more challenge, release your arms and you're gonna hold the leg yourself. So ideally, we're gonna have the thigh nice and parallel with the floor and it's not gonna move, okay? It's not gonna change. It's cemented in space right here. And as you exhale, you're gonna start to extend the leg to a place where you can take it working the top of the leg. I do not want you to lose your good posture. So if getting the leg straight means you have to slump back, then don't take the leg all the way out to a straight line. Keep that posture lifting up out of the crown of the head, shoulders relaxed, chest wide, tummy drawn in. Exhale, start to press and reach. Really start to work those muscles up here. You might even get a little bit of shaking. That's okay. That's good. It means you're getting stronger. And exhale, reach it out. Inhale, draw it in. Let's try 4 more. Exhale out. Inhale in. Should be feeling this. Keep that tummy tight. And 2 more. Exhale and inhale. Last time. Reach it out. Pull it in, and then from the tummy, set the leg down. Draw the other side up, and we have 10 repetitions. Exhale, reaching out. Again, you might have one side that's more open or tighter than the other, so check in with what your posture is doing. Keep the tummy tight, support your low back, and keep lifting up and out. That's it. And 6 more presses. Exhale, reach, and inhale, draw it in. Remember, you can always support yourself to give yourself a little bit of assistance if you need it. Good, keep going. And let's try 2 more. I think that's 10. Good, and set down, use the tummy, lower down. Excellent. Now, in order to get these muscles along the outsides of the leg, our abductors, our abductors. Again, we're gonna pitch forward, hinging at the hips so that we stay long through the spine. And we're gonna bring our hands to the outsides of the legs. I am not right on the knee joint. That could cause some discomfort or some misalignment, so come up above your knee joints. And you're going to press the legs open, but you won't let them go anywhere. So you're gonna push and hold, hold, hold. So this is an isometric contraction of your abductors. We're gonna stay here for approximately 10 seconds. I'm not timing it, but keep breathing, don't hold your breath. And then relax and release. Okay, ready? We're gonna do it again. So, when you're ready, push, 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 push. Give yourself some force. Drop the shoulders, draw the tummy in, hold, keep breathing, don't hold your breath. You're holding your legs steady, but you're not holding your breath. Keep breathing. And relax and release. You should feel that all the way up into the tush, okay? And last time, go ahead and push, 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 push. And breathe. Breathe, you got this. Good. And relax and release. Now we're gonna come to the muscles on the opposite side, on the inner thigh, the adductors or adductors. So this is where you can use your small cushion. You don't have to. You can just bring your hands, either the palms or backs of the hands to the inside, again, right above the knee joint, so we're not pushing on it. But if you have a little pillow, that works really nicely as well. And if you've got a little cushion, then you can focus on staying upright, nice and lifted through the body. So same thing, we're gonna squeeze in, and push, hold, 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 and relax. Good, okay? We're gonna go again. Go ahead and squeeze it in as much as you can. If you're using your hands, don't let the legs shift, okay? We have an isometric contraction. That means we're holding still, but still continuing to breathe. And relax and release. Okay, last time, tummy tight, and squeeze it in. Push, 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 push. Hold, breathe. Oh, and relax. And you can get rid of your cushion if you were using one, okay? We are now gonna take the right leg, and we're gonna figure 4 it, just cross that ankle up over the opposite thigh. If you're right on the edge of your chair, you may need to scoot back a little bit. We're gonna start, all right, let me back up. If you have a big stretch here over in your right cheek or outer hip, you can hang out right here. You can also bring your hands just above that knee joint again and give yourself slight pressure down towards the floor into external rotation, and maybe you get a big stretch there. If you don't have a lot, go ahead and start to fold forward. So we are just coming into a stretch, and you need to take it to a level that feels good and appropriate for you. Hold and breathe. If you are folded over and you are barefoot, it can feel really nice to interlace your fingers in between your toes, kind of like pedicure separators, but you're using your hand. And you can take and start to roll out that ankle, a few circles each way, just like a little massage. It feels really, really good. All right, so if you're interlaced between your toes, go ahead and release that. If you're folded over, I want you to draw the tummy in and start to roll back up from the belly. Let's use the abdominals to support us back up nice and tall. Okay, so we're going to be pushing our leg as if we're lifting it to the opposite shoulder, but we're not going to let it go anywhere. Another isometric contraction, okay? So hands are going to come right above the knee on the thigh. Now, lift that leg and don't let it actually move. Hold. You're pressing with your upper body. So we are moving the leg into internal rotation without it actually moving, and we're strengthening those muscles. Hold, hold, hold. Relax and release. Just let it go. Take a breath. If you drew some extra tension up into the upper body, just let it go. Just relax. We're going to do it again. Hands above the knee and lift it up. Push, 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 push. Keep the shoulders down. Draw the tummy in. And relax and release. Got one more. Okay, here we go. And pull it up. Hold and breathe. And relax. Now, we're going to take that leg and start to draw it towards the opposite shoulder until you feel a stretch. So we're hugging in. This is kind of a tight direction for me. You might be able to wrap around without compromising your posture. I'm not able to do that. So I'm going to stay upright. I always want to have my best posture and alignment that I can. Tummy tight and pull into your stretch. And breathe. So if you happen to be someone who has had a hip surgery, any type of partial or full replacement, then you will probably have some restrictions on either internal, external rotation, maybe flexion and extension, coming across midline. So just be aware of that these may or may not be appropriate for you if you've had a hip procedure. Okay, so we're gonna back off just a little bit. So you're not in a big stretch here, okay, but we're not hanging open. So we're lifted. Hands are going to come to the outside of the thigh and the calf, not right on the knee joint. You're going to push the leg down, don't let it go. So now we're pushing into external rotation, strengthening those muscles. You should feel them kick on, and just breathe. Inhaling through the nose, exhale through nose or mouth, and relax. Just release, let it go. Okay, we have two more. Get ready, and push. Push, push, push. Make yourself work. Don't make this easy for yourself. Push, 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 push. I can feel it. You should feel it too. And relax and release. Okay, last one on this side. Go ahead and push it away. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. You got it. And soften and let the leg go. Oh, all right. Other side. Left leg on top. We began with our figure 4 stretch for the external rotator. So perhaps you have a stretch here. Perhaps it's slight pressure to give you your stretch, or maybe you can fold forward. Again, if you're able to fold forward, if you did it on the first side, go ahead and interlace your fingers between your toes. I have to help this side. Get your little piggies in there, and you can circle the ankle around. Just roll it out. You can hold a lot of tension there. It just can feel really, really nice. You hit some acupressure points. And then tight belly. Release your hand from your foot, rounding all the way up. Okay, so again, we're going to be moving the leg this way without letting it go anywhere. So hands on the thigh, just above the knee, and now pull up, but keep the leg still. Make it work. Give yourself some work here. Shoulders drop, posture's good, tummy is tight to support you. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose or mouth, and let it go. Let's relax and release. Okay, 2 more. And lift it up. Push into the hands. Hands are pushing into the leg. Hold, hold, hold. And soften. Last one like this. Go ahead and pull up, pulling the leg into internal rotation without letting it actually go there. Hold and breathe. And relax. Oh, now grab that leg and start to draw it in towards your opposite shoulder. Again, we're looking for a stretch. So if you're more flexible than me, perhaps you can hook your whole arm around and pull in. I can get a little further on this side than the other, but still staying nice and lifted through the body. Holding, breathe. Okay, now we're gonna strengthen into external rotation. So we back off a bit out of our stretch, grab the outside. So I am on my calf and my thigh, but not on my knee. And I'm gonna press the knee down towards the ground. Go ahead and do that, push, push, push. Don't let it go anywhere. Hold and breathe. And relax, just let it go, release. And again, so we're gonna come up and then push it away from us. Push, push, push. Hold. Almost there, you got this. Relax, and this is the last time. So we're gonna come up, grab that leg and push, push, push. Make it your best one. Work for it. We get good results when we put good effort in. Push, push, push. Relax and release and let the leg go. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna go into spine stretch forward. So again, just as we started class, you're gonna be hip distance apart, right angles through the legs, seated on your sit bones, weight even, stacking up through the spine. And again, if you're a little bit closer to the edge, you're gonna get a bit more range with this and it might feel good for you. We're gonna take the arms out like we're sleepwalking, like we're zombies, okay? As we inhale, we're gonna draw the chin to chest. And with the exhale, imagine somebody is bear hugging you from behind, rounding your spine, dropping the shoulders, and then take a full breath to stack back up. Make sure you start at the base of the spine, and then begin to lift up like you're stacking little toy blocks one at a time. Shoulders stay down, and then with your zombie arms, grow as tall as you can towards the ceiling. Repeating this, inhaling chin to chest, exhale, contract that stomach. It should feel like a crunch. And draw into a nice long C-curve shape. And then starting at the base of the spine, take a full breath, lifting up, 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 and out through the crown of the head. Excellent, we have one more. Inhale to start, drawing chin into the chest, round out through the spine, drop those shoulder blades down the back, and then lifting up nice and tall. So if that was a lot of work for you, go ahead and continue that for the next step. If you want to take this a bit deeper, we're going to go into a ragdoll. It's a modification of roll down. So you're going to begin to ragdoll over the legs. Just let the head and neck release and hang. And then again, initiating from the stomach, start to stack the spine. And try to make each bone move one at a time. We want to articulate through the spine, coming up nice and tall. Draw that tummy in and get long through the crown of the head. So it's a ragdoll, but it's a controlled ragdoll. Tummy tight, you're gonna take it forward, hanging down. While you're here, release the face, breathe. Let the back of the neck get long, you can shake out the head. And now draw the belly in and take your time. This is another place where we can get a little bit of dizziness or vertigo. You can feel like you're on a boat if you tend to get motion sickness. So just take your time so it's very comfortable for you. And last one, we're gonna come forward, take it down and long over the legs. Let the head and neck and face soften, breathe here. Doesn't really matter how far you come, just hang out, breathe. And now tension in the belly and start to draw yourself up from your abdominals, stacking up as lifted and lovely as you can be. Okay, we're gonna take our hands, I don't care which hand is on top, which arm is on top. You're gonna take your hands on top of your shoulders. So while they're resting on top of our shoulders, they're gonna remind us to drop our shoulders, okay? Elbows are pointing out. And as you exhale, you're gonna start to take your elbow to the opposite knee and crunch through the side of the body. You're gonna inhale and step back down. This is just like those heel lifts and marches we did from the belly. We're lifting the leg from the low belly. We're gonna twist and come around and crunch through the side. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, drawing down and around so we get into those obliques. And it's okay if your elbow does not touch your knee, or if your leg can't come up high enough to meet your elbow. That is okay. Just head that direction. Keep the navel pulled into the spine, and you will start to feel this through those obliques. Exhale to crunch. Inhale back up. 4 more, please. Exhale, draw that tongue in. Take your time with these. We want these to be somewhat intense. We want to get stronger. Taking your time to stack up with good alignment in between each crunch. Okay, last one. Exhale. Good. Okay, so relax the elbows down. For our next exercise, this is level 1 arms. Level 2 arms is with the elbows open and the hands just resting on top of the shoulders without creeping them up. Level 3 is hands behind the head, but they're light. I'm just putting my fingers right behind my head, dropping the shoulders down. So, starting to your right, we're going to side bend with an exhale. Keep the opposite sit bone anchored. Now use the left side body to inhale you up with control. Exhale over. This is one of those exercises you can be kind of sloppy or go through it quickly. You're not going to feel anything and you're not going to get much out of it. So take your time with it. Get that stretch and now draw from those ribs, pulling down towards the hip so you can start to work the side. Inhaling up, exhaling over. Inhaling up, exhale, reach it out, anchor down that sit bone. Perhaps you can get a little bit more range than when we began. We have 4 more. Reach it out long. This is the strengthening aspect. We stretch and then we strengthen. That is one of the ways that we develop nice, long, lean muscles with Pilates. And pulling up. Last time, reach it out. And pulling up. Good job. Relax the arms down. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take your right ear and drop it to your right shoulder. You're now going to take your left arm and reach it away from you, down at about a 45-degree angle. And it's almost like maybe there's like a suitcase or there's a bag, something you want to grab just out of reach. And you're stretching and stretching and stretching for it. And hold and breathe. So we are looking for an opening and a stretch here through the neck, top of the shoulder, perhaps even down the arm. If you have a lot of tension and tightness, you might even get some neural symptoms. It's okay if you get a little bit of tingling, but we don't want anything too intense. Okay, this is our level 1 stretch. We're gonna keep the head and neck exactly as they are. You're gonna take your left arm and now reach the other direction. So it's going the same direction as your head. You're gonna take your right hand, grab your wrist, and gently start to pull down on that diagonal line so that you feel that stretch open up a little bit more, the base of the neck across the top of the shoulder. And hold and breathe. You're welcome to close your eyes, just relax into it. If you're not getting good stretches with these, go ahead and check in with your posture. If we're not stacked up with good alignment, sometimes we lose the stretch. Now, again, keep the head as it is. Relax the arms. We're going to take our nose and turn it down like we're trying to sniff our armpit. Okay? You're going to take your left hand and bring it behind the low back. And then the other hand is going to rest on top of your head. We are not pulling or cranking on the neck. We're just letting the weight of the hand itself to draw us a little bit deeper into the stretch. And really, that's optional. If by dropping the head down and bringing your left hand behind your low back gives you a big stretch, you can just stay like that. You don't have to add the hand on top of the head. Again, keep the head and neck as they are. Release the arms. We're going to circle down and around with your exhale, like we started class, and come up and over until your left ear is stacked over your left shoulder. So again, we're going to reach for that bag that's just out of reach. Stretch. Breathe. Relax. Let everything start to calm down and settle in. Now, that right hand comes across the body. You grab it, grab that wrist, and start to pull gently on the diagonal line. And while we do that, we want to take care we're not like rounding and twisting the whole torso. We still want to stay open. And that's going to give us a better stretch and release. Hold here and breathe. So, head and neck stay exactly as they are. Arms release. The right hand comes behind the low back. You turn the nose down, I know it's not a great image, but that's the direction you're going, like you're trying to smell your armpit. And then if you need to, you can add your left hand on top of the head. It should just be a little bit of an extra pull, but it's gentle. We want to be really respectful of the neck. We don't want to crank on it or force it. So again, we're going to keep the head and neck as they are. Relax the arms, round down to center, lift the head from there. And we're going to end with a few cat-cows and our inhales and exhales, just like we began class. We're coming full circle. So we're going to inhale to arch, gaze up at the sky if it's okay on the neck, and then exhale, start to round. And we're going to flow with the breath. And what I want you to do is to take note, do you have more range than when we started class? Can you go further more comfortably? Maybe you can get a little bit more extension and flexion through the spine. Maybe you can get a little bit more through the neck. Maybe you're able to gaze up at the ceiling now and you couldn't before. Just take note. See how the body has responded to class. We're going to come up nice and tall, and let's inhale overhead. Again, perhaps back bending and looking up. Exhale, let the arms settle down and in. And a couple more. Big, big inhale through the nose. Exhale, release out. And last one. Inhale, good, healing, positive, loving energy. Exhale, seat that energy into your heart to carry with you through the rest of the day. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you would like to see more workouts of this nature that are done seated, or perhaps for those with limited mobility, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see. I'd be happy to design something for you. And I always appreciate your support. If you could like and share this video, subscribe to my channel. If you hit the bell next to the subscribe button, then you'll be notified every time I post a new workout. And I will see you in the next video.